In the realm of missing persons, the narrative often revolves around the search efforts, the uncertainty, and the collective hope for a safe return. However, what happens when the missing individuals themselves realize they've been found? This intriguing aspect of the story unfolds a different chapter, one filled with emotions, reunions, and perhaps unexpected revelations. Join us as we explore the unique and often complex moments when those who were lost discover they have been located, shedding light on the profound impact it has on their lives and the lives of those connected to them. Commencing with this young woman, who wasn't lost or in hiding, but rather kidnapped by a psychopath who forcibly entered the Las Vegas apartment and abducted her from her residence. The 32-year-old perpetrator, Jack, had meticulously planned the abduction of his ex-girlfriend for over a year, or at least that's what he disclosed to her while driving her away in his van. Although he might have succeeded, kicking and screaming, unfortunately for him, there were witnesses to the abduction. The police received a description of his vehicle, but the task wouldn't be straightforward. All they knew was that the girl was forcibly taken from her apartment and seemed to be handcuffed. Upon investigating her apartment, they discovered a knife and signs of a struggle, realizing they were operating against the clock, as Jack was recognized as unpredictable and dangerous. Fortunately, just 12 hours after the abduction, Jack's van was spotted on US Highway 84, initiating one of the most horrifying stops in the police officers' careers.
Just 12 hours after she was taken, Jack's van was spotted driving along US Highway 84, and police began the most horrifying stop of their careers.
Hey, Hill, get on your PA! There is a passenger! There is a passenger! Open the door, get outside. Turn the other way, turn around, turn around. Hey, keep them up, keep them coming back, keep them coming back. Hands up, passenger! Get on the ground, passenger! All the way! Yeah, I got that.
The individual stepping out of the car is not the missing girl. It's Jack's accomplice, 19-year-old Sophie. Authorities have successfully located and captured the suspects. However, at present, the police are uncertain whether the missing woman is in the car or, for that matter, if she is still alive.
Got passenger.
That is not the missing girl who stepped out of the car. It's Jack's accomplice, 19-year-old Sophie. They've managed to find and apprehend the suspects, but as it sees alive.
Yeah, put a camera on this thing. Got a camera. Do you need a...
Oh my God, thank you.
In a sudden turn of events, officers notice another person in the car, appearing to be restrained, resembling a wild animal. The decision is made to free her, with one officer recalling earlier attempts to remove restraints. Jack allegedly informed his victim of a cave plan to manipulate her into marriage, and the woman, identified later as Jane, is discovered chained in the vehicle. Despite the traumatic experience, she appears physically unharmed. The officers encounter difficulties unlocking the restraints but eventually succeed. Jane reveals her harrowing ordeal, narrating how Jack broke into her Las Vegas apartment in New Mexico, prompting a neighbor to alert law enforcement. She fought fiercely during her abduction, enduring multiple episodes of choking. When questioned about her knowledge of the perpetrator, she discloses that he is her ex-boyfriend, identified through law enforcement calls. The officers express understanding and proceed with freeing Jane, highlighting the severity of kidnapping charges in Nevada and the potential life sentence for such actions. Jack's erratic behavior during the arrest further underscores the seriousness of the situation.
Ransom or with intent to harm is classed as first-degree kidnapping and can come with a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Not a favorite hymn?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know, I've never been into them. What about you?
What about Amazing Grace? You like that one?
I'll take it.
There was no possibility of salvaging him, and he subsequently received a life sentence in prison. His accomplice, Sophie, identified as a woman but sentenced under her birth name Samuel, faced a 63-month prison term with 5 years of supervision upon release. The unsettling aspect for Jane was her familiarity with her kidnapper. However, envision the horror of waking up to discover someone being abducted by a complete stranger with no knowledge of their intentions.
5-year supervision on release. Jane knew her kidnapper, which is terrifying in its own right. But imagine waking up to find you're being kidnapped by a total stranger and you've got no idea what they have in store for you.
He was driving like crazy, and I couldn't talk with him. He didn't want to stop. I don't know if he's...
Upon waking from a nap in a family car at a truck stop in Columbia County, a woman found herself plunged into a terrifying ordeal. A stranger, unfamiliar to her, was at the wheel, and her husband was conspicuously absent. Her last awareness was of him exiting the car to enter the gas station. Uncertain about the events that transpired afterward, she felt the urgency to alert someone about the situation. Fortuitously, equipped with her cell phone, she dialed 911. Patrol officers promptly received notification and initiated a search for the stolen vehicle.
Just gotten out of the car to go into the gas station. She has no idea what happened after that, but knows she has to let someone know what's happening. Go.
Did you see anything?
Just passing.
Upon identification of the targeted vehicle, the officer decided to initiate a pursuit. It was apparent that the man driving the car adamantly refused to release the woman, presenting a bizarre narrative involving conspiracy and a supposed act of saving her life. Unconvinced by his assertions, law enforcement made the decision to terminate the pursuit. The officer communicated, still not catching the vehicle. No traffic, roads are clear. Pursue termination measures will be either active or passive. Active measures are intended to disable a vehicle either partially or completely. The most commonly used active measure is tire spikes, which is precisely what the officer has requested. Deploying the spikes can be risky for the officer involved, but is highly effective when used correctly.
This, and the pursuit has to be brought to an end.
Try and get some state units this way too, please.
33. If somebody can get spikes at 188 and 60, approximately 90 miles an hour, still not catching the vehicle, no traffic, roads are clear.
Pursuit termination measures will be either active or passive. Active measures are supposed to disable a vehicle either partially or completely. The most commonly used active measure are tire spikes, which is exactly what the officer has asked for, deploying the spray.
65 miles an hour, is crossing over, back in the eastbound proper lane of traffic, Gastro and 60, no additional traffic, roads are clear.
Additionally, I don't know if you copied them at 60 on Bluetooth with spikes.
No oncoming traffic, roads are clear. Additionally, for 43, the only tire that should be intact is the rear passenger side wheel. Rear passenger side. Currently approaching units now.
3326, let's talk where you had are coming up behind 3333. We're about a half mile behind.
3333 appeared to be negative spikes from State Patrol. Suspect vehicle just crossed over into the oncoming.
Spikes hit!
Although the tire spikes were successful, they failed to halt his progress, and he continued to drive at a high speed with only one tire intact. Throughout this, the terrified captive remained cowering for her life in the back seat. If the car doesn't come to a stop soon, the police will have to consider employing another reliable method to conclude the pursuit. Immobilization technique, commonly known as PIT. This maneuver has demonstrated remarkable effectiveness in stopping high-speed pursuits, relying on scientific principles. In this technique, a patrol car matches the speed of the target vehicle, positions itself alongside, and gently nudges the back end of the car. The intended result is for the target vehicle's tires to lose traction, causing the rear to spin away from the pursuing vehicle. If you find this explanation confusing, you're about to witness a perfect demonstration of how the maneuver should be executed.
Even though the vehicle is disabled, the woman inside is by no means safe, and officers have to act fast to make sure she gets out of this one in one piece.
3331 at gunpoint. Have EMS on standby. Full airbag deployment.
33, we're 43 miles an hour. State's attempted hit.
CAD update received. CAD update received.
33, successful pit.
33, I copy, successful pit.
33, I pinned him with my squad.
33, I pinned him with my squad. 10-4, I copy, you pinned him with your squad.
Despite the disabled state of the vehicle, the woman inside is far from safe, and the officers must act swiftly to ensure her safe extraction from this situation.
3331 at gunpoint. Have EMS on standby. Full airbag deployment.
I'm going to come around this side and we're going to open that door. I have a cane on you. We'll get bit. Keep your hands up.
Hands are up. I can see hands up.
Passenger side. Come around and get this.
Where's the female at?
Hands are up.
Back passenger door.
Ma'am, come on out.
Ma'am, come out. Door can't be open.
Put your hands up. Show me your hands, ma'am.
Get
Come
her
out.
out.
Come out slowly. Ma'am, come back. Keep your
Hands
hands
up. Do not move. Slow down. Get her out. Keep your hands there. Do not move. Do not move. It's blocked in. Get her out. All right. Then come around to this passenger door.
Keep your hands up.
Two hands.
Keep coming. Back up a little bit, Josh.
Hands.
I'll go 95.
Two hands. Guys, two hands.
I'll go.
Right. Guys, two hands. I'm not resisting.
Hands
Put
on your
your
back.
hands behind your head. Put your hands behind your head.
Josh. It's okay. You got it. I'm taking no chances. There hasn't been searched.
I'm not doing anything.
Deal is over for the missing woman, and a successful rescue is ensured. She has managed to keep police informed during the initial search, pointing out road signs and other features that allowed police to find her and possibly save her life.
Thank you so much.
Police now had to find whether Ruby had intentionally tried to hide her kids away from the police, as it seemed strange that they would travel hundreds of miles away from home to Pam's house just to do some cleaning, as she claimed. And with everything else they know about Ruby, they were sure there was more to this than meets the eye.
So today,
Finally, the harrowing ordeal comes to an end for the missing woman, and a successful rescue is ensured. She played a crucial role in her own rescue by keeping the police informed during the initial search, pointing out road signs and other features that ultimately enabled the police to locate her and potentially save her life. While the kidnapper has not yet been sentenced as of December 2023, he is currently facing a multitude of charges. These charges include operating a motor vehicle without consent, false imprisonment, operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, reckless driving, endangering safety, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. With charges of this nature, he is likely to face a substantial prison term. The successful outcome demonstrates the crucial role of law enforcement in safeguarding lives and bringing perpetrators to justice. The collaborative efforts of the police, the resilience of the victim, and the use of advanced techniques collectively underscore the commitment to maintaining public safety and upholding justice in our communities.